Hello and welcome everyone to PTV's post-game coverage of Seton Hall men's basketball. I am here with Ellison. I am Rony Jerez, and the Pirates defeated the Yale Bulldogs live here in the Prudential Center by a score of 80-44. Another blowout affair here at the Rock, Chris, and the Rock was rocking tonight. It was a great game, a fun game for the Pirates. They played great defense, great offense, but I want to start with the offense. The offense, we saw great scoring production from both the bench and the starting unit. A very balanced scoring effort. Alexis Yenta finished with 15. We saw Kadari Richmond finish with 13, and a very balanced effort overall from the entire roster. So what you see on offense that allowed the great success tonight?
I think we displayed great ability to get offensive boards. Yale couldn't handle our size in the paint. We also displayed the great initiative to actually try to get paint buckets. We got it to the rim, we got to the line. We shot about 70% from the line tonight, which is okay, not great, but it's doable. I saw a great initiative from Bryce Aiken to get his teammates involved, and overall it just looked really great, and we got a lot of fast break points, so that also helped as well. So overall, I think a good effort on offense tonight.
Offense was absolutely stunning. We saw high-flying dunks. We saw three-pointers. We saw great runs on offense. But a lot of the offense was actually started on the defensive side, as the Pirates also played a great defensive game. Ike Obiagu, the rim protector of this team, finished with 3 blocks as he had a great defensive game last game. Might be showing out great defensive year so far, thus far. So great defense on display tonight for the Pirates. What are some things that you saw on defense that allowed them to really stifle this offense for the Bulldogs?
I think Seton Hall did a great job of cutting off dribble handoffs. Yale was trying to do a lot of pick and roll action, so we shot the gaps. I think that's really great. Ike displayed just a phenomenal defensive showing today. From his freshman year to now, he's really upped his foot speed. He's leaner, he's more agile, and I really think that's going to help him be in contention for biggest defensive player of the year. I thought we did a good job of limiting them to one shot. A lot of air balls as well, a lot of blocks. Ike finished with 3 blocks. So I think if we can continue moving forward to limit teams to one possession and box out and get our defensive boards, I think we'll be good.
When you have a team as athletic as they are with Tyrese Samuel, Miles Kale, and Ike Obiagu, great defenders, and plus you add that 6th defender in the crowd is absolutely phenomenal tonight. The student section really showed out, and the Pirate faithful were here to support. But let's hear from Jerez Rony as he spoke in the post-game press conference on Ike Obiagu's defensive impact.
Oh man, it's amazing. I remember the first day I met Ike and he was just sitting on the couch and I was like, man, this guy's a giant. And he went out there and he just was moving around, wasn't really that agile and didn't really know the game. And just to see how far he's come a long way and, playing behind Rowe, I think was big for him, and being able to watch Rowe and learn Rowe and just timing his blocks, timing his positioning, I think he does an amazing job, and he changes the game for us every game.
Now, speaking of Jerez Rony, he was on a minutes restriction as this is his first game back this season. He had a lower leg injury, and he looked pretty good out there, Chris. He finished with 8 points, 10 rebounds, a phenomenal rebounding performance from him as he's one of the best rebounders on this team the past couple years. But what did you see from him this game in his first game back?
I thought he a little rust to begin with, that's expected. But I think, like he said in post game, he was really just trying to get his cardio up, get out there. He wasn't really worried about scoring, just trying not to mess up, as he said. I think he showed out. His shot looked great. Very active on the boards, and that's what I love to see from him. He can be the best rebounder in this whole conference. Great, 6'6", big guard. He can push the pace, push the tempo, get his teammates involved. So I think going forward, we can really expect him to be a big contributor to this team, as it's really his team this year. So I liked what I saw.
I mean, he looked pretty great. Only for his first game, there was a bit of rust in the beginning. You're not going to expect the great performance right out of the gate, especially against this Bulldog team. But he's going to be primed for much better days to come, if that's the baseline for him. And the impact he's going to bring to this team is going to be out of his charts. This team's playing good without him. Now I can't imagine with him on the team. Now, speaking of somebody that's also bounced back, Kadari Richmond, the sophomore transfer from Syracuse, had a very rough game last time out against the FDU Knights. Only finished with 2 points, even fouled out. But this time came back with 13 points. Great shooting from him. No three-pointers, so 13 straight up on the floor. So what does this mean for him to come back in front of the fans like this, scoring 13?
Kadari looked really comfortable out there, and I think this is what Pirates fans expected when we landed him from Syracuse. Coming from a defensive-oriented program, he was a pest today, using his length. He got into the paint. I saw a lot of post up on the smaller guards today from him, so I expect that more. Big guard again, like Jerez, another big guard that can push the tempo, get out, also rebound well. But I think Kadari's hidden talent is really his passing. I like the way he got his teammates involved today. Looked really comfortable out there. and had a balanced game offensively and defensively.
And he really looked good out there, and we can maybe expect some more from him there. And Coach Willard even said that he was going to try to pair him with Bryce Aiken because he liked that two-guard kind of performance, especially with Kadari Richmond being such a really big guard. So that we might expect to see that rotation coming along. Here's Kadari Richmond on how he felt on tonight's game.
I wouldn't say it was hard to adapt because the guys in the locker room made it very easy for me, and we talk through things every day. Like the defense is kind of new, so we still talk about it here and there. So I think it's fun, and I'm getting comfortable as things progress every day in practice. As you can see tonight, I think I improved.
Now, Chris, looking ahead for this Pirates team, they're going to be playing a very historic game as they're going to be traveling up to Michigan to face the Michigan Wolverines, the number 6th ranked Michigan Wolverines up there. And this is, we all know, is the rematch of that 1989 NCAA tournament championship game, the first time and only time the Pirates have made it that far. And this is going to be the first time these two teams play since. And there's so much history into this game. What are you looking for in this Pirates to, maintain, make this game a thriller, a historic game, being back in Michigan?
First, I think we need to really contain Hunter Dickinson, one of the best players in the country, best passing big men in the country. So it's really important that we really get on the pick and rolls because Michigan loves to do that short pick and roll with Hunter Dickinson. Spot him up at the 3, give it to him, and then see what he does with it. If you don't double him, then he's gonna pass it out. And if you don't double him, then he's gonna score. If you do double him, then he's gonna pass it out, find somebody open. So I think if we can really contain Hunter Dickinson, then this would be a really good matchup for us. And if we can really crash the boards, limit Michigan to one shot, I think that's going to be important for this game and to the rest of the season because Michigan is a team that is a great offensive rebounding team led by Juwan Howard, their head coach, who was a star himself at Michigan. So I think if we can really limit them to one possession, I think we can win.
There's so many storylines with this one, Juwan Howard, the Fab Five, and just the history that these two teams have. But both Alexis Yenta, who had a great game today, once again 15 points on 3 for 5 shooting, he's showing to be a very good offensive tool for this Pirates team. He talked about how him and Tyrese might share some minutes guarding Hunter Dickinson, and so did Coach Willard. He also spoke post-game on how he's planning on attacking Dickinson. Here's both Alexis Yenta and Willard on the big man.
It's going to be key. It's going to be key. It's a big challenge for us that we're ready to take on. So obviously, Hunter Dickinson is the main guy on the team. So we're going to take a lot of pride and play good defense. And at the same time, the way we play, it's a whole team effort. So we know that we got big guards, strong guards. They're going to be able to help. So it's going to be a great team effort, and that's what we're going to need on Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't know if you can just ask those guys to play well. You have to play well, really team defensively against a guy like Dickinson because they do a phenomenal job of short rolling him, where they set a pick and roll, they space out 2 guys on the opposite side, and they hit him early. If you rotate to him, he's one of the best passing big men I've seen in a while, and he makes the right decision every time. If you don't roll to him, he's going to score. So, it's going to have to be a real team effort in how we want to stop him and obviously stop them.
Well, that's all the post-game coverage we have here from PTV Live at the Prudential Center. Once again, the Pirates defeated the Yale Bulldogs by a score of 80-44, and they're going to be going against the Michigan Wolverines on Tuesday up in Michigan to relive that historic matchup, and it's going to be very fun to see. So for Chris Ellison, I'm Rony Jerez. Make sure to tune in for more content here on PTV, and make sure to tune in for that post-game coverage at Michigan. Take care, everyone.